Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So today I'm going to talk about the trivia event that's up. But first, I'm sure you've all heard by now, hopefully, the announcement that dropped right around reset. One, there are some servers merging. Two, Incursions is coming back at the end of next week. So my plan is to hopefully somewhere between Wednesday and Thursday, preferably Wednesday, I will do an update to my base defense crew. I know it does seem like I kind of do a lot of those, but I got Tau mid incursions last time, so I didn't really have time to kind of go over with you anyway how I would use him or going to use him for base defense. I did play around with it a little bit. I do have a very good idea where I want him to go. And I may or may not have already shared with you, but I don't remember. Also, some people may not have paid that much attention to it because it wasn't solely free to play yet. Tau, anyways, with the Flash Pass that we assume is coming up soon, should be. Yeah. That's all I want. Yeah, alright. Oh, and right on cue, Armada is done. I will warp out, and we did it. Very few people showed up to that. Wow. Perks of having a G5 ship. Not 100% sure it's worth all the costs associated with it, but they are nice. Alright, figure out where the hell these missions are. Now, I can only assume because they are under the storyline events bucket that they do have something to do with the storyline events. I don't think I've gotten my little completion today, but however, let's start with 1. As you can see, 1 and 2 I have already completed. I was assuming there was only going to be 1 because the last time there was 1. And I'm not going to turn this into a what was you thinking video, but what was y'all thinking? You did like 1 trivia question a week ago, and now all of a sudden you got like at least 3. However, is this 1 or 2? Okay, this is 1. Trivia 2 of 1. Okay, or 1 of 2. First question of the second trivia. What does Tom Paris undergo after breaking Warp 10? Well, that is some kind of evolution. Turning like some lizard man or something. So, mine a par steel. Number 2, which took me a while to figure out that there was a second question because I was just out there. I was in Actian space killing things. Collected a event reward, and I just assumed that I hadn't collected number 1, but apparently it was me collecting number 2. Didn't even realize it. When Harry Kim wakes up in a reality where he was denied duty on USS Voyager, where was he transferred? Well, as I told you, I was killing things. Defeat 1 hostile. He was in Starfleet Engineering Corps. Now, I do like that they're easy like that, but at the same time, I would almost prefer if they were a little more specific. Not just defeat 1 hostile anywhere, because you don't know what people are doing, and then all of a sudden, they have the answer to the question already. They don't even know what the question is. Alright, question 3. And I already have ship staged because I don't have a clue what the answer to this question is. Catherine Janeway discovered isomorphic signatures embedded in the bioreadings of a Malon. What species does she partner with to outthink the think tank? If you'd have told me the name of this species, I probably would get it. Maybe. But I do not know them by the species number. Species 180, species 218, species 4228, species 6291. Comment below. Do you know which species these are? I don't. However, so defeat a swarm, defeat a Romulan, mine a dilithium, mine a parsteel. So let's take a look. I am already mining dilithium, so let's recall. Well, that looks like it. Yeah, that was it. Well, how about that? The first one I picked. Because I had two miners out, I was like, well, let's recall one or both and see if that gets it. Well, let's go find the actual answer. It was already, mine parsteel was already one solution, so I figured it probably wasn't that. So it is species 4228. No idea what species that was. Was it a Curzon that she partnered with? Or was it... No, I don't even remember. Been too long since I've seen Voyager. To save Voyager and her crew... By the way, this is question 4. To save Voyager and her crew from an untimely demise, Harry Kim uses a temporal transmitter to send back what from the future and save the crew. Oh, was that the ice thing? That was when Voyager was trapped in the ice and Harry Kim and Chakotay were on a ship in front of them. Corrected phase variations. Spatial coordinates? How do I spend one latinum? Not exactly something easy to do. But what was it? Yeah, phase variations or something like that. Right? Or it could have been spatial coordinations or something. I don't remember what the hell it was. Some kind of fancy ass science shit. There you go. Mine a parsteel. There we go. Oh, and you got parsteel and ore for the reward instead of tritanium. I think I'd rather have the tritanium. So was that it? That was it. Oh, and it appears, as you can see here, number 4. At least I think it was number 4. I didn't notice it before. It's either number 4 or number 3 gets you credit for your storyline event. So make sure you do that because we want whatever you are choosing to get from the Lobot crystals. Okay, let's recall all the ships and assuming this is the final trivia. And yeah, I guess I do kind of talk about this in my wrap-up final thoughts thing at the end, but I wasn't too impressed with the way they handled trivia this month. The rewards I thought were nice. I'm not going to dispute that at all. I do like engaging with the trivia events. They are kind of fun. So the first round of trivia events, it was just one or at least that I noticed, it was only one question, so it was lacking in the interaction department, I think. This second time around, I thought it was very much better. Me fail English, that impossible. It definitely was more interactive. Now, yes, I didn't really like that I completed one without even knowing without even knowing the question. I already completed one because it was very broad. Kill a hostile. Don't kill a Romulan or kill a swarm or kill a Federation or not that that helps. But I kind of do like the mine one of this or mine one of that. Especially if they do parsteel, dilithium, or tritanium, because most people don't go out there and regularly mine that. Now, as far as the what was it, the third question, where you gave us a bunch of species numbers. Again, I do like it, and I do like that it is fairly simple to figure out. Didn't even take me that long to set up. Like I had to set up. It took me longer to set up all my cameras than it did to set up all the miners on those nodes. So it's not that it takes that long. In my mind, I just say species number, or species number, or who the hell knows that? I know one, 8472. It's the only species that I know their number. And that is the Borg, the number that the Borg give them. Maybe it's just me. I guess it's possible. I'm just not that much of a Star Trek fan. I don't know the species numbers. And had I been designing this, I would never have expected anyone to know any of those other numbers. It's just me. But at least they did make it fairly easy to figure out. I didn't even have to use Discord this time. So while, yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of that, at the same time, I could figure out all this myself. Now, yes, there is that certain part of us not interacting with each other because we can figure it out ourselves. But at the same time, there's some people that can't figure it out themselves, so they can go and interact with the community if they like. And there's some people that like to do it themselves can do it all on their own. So I thought as far as this trivia went, it's very easy to do that. So while there are some critiques I would have, again, I like the trivia. I think this one was a good one. I'll give it a thumbs up. I do feel like I need to say things like that as much as I yell, cuss, and scream at these idiots for the way they do things. When they get it right, I gotta say that they get it right. Comment below. What did you think of this trivia event? What were you thinking when you saw the announcement that Incursions is coming next week? Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.